7. A person is using your name to get a loan. What happens next could put your life in legal chaos. Archangel Michael says, a signature bearing your name just crossed a line it was never supposed to. It was written by a hand you once trusted, someone who knows just enough about you to cause serious damage. Right now, a loan is being processed, and they used your details without your knowledge. The person who did this is smiling confidently. They believe they've outsmarted the system. But what they didn't realize is that spiritual systems never sleep. A contract was drafted, your name appears on the dotted line in perfect imitation. But it wasn't you who gave permission, it was someone trying to buy time using your identity. This act was not random. It was calculated, strategic, and meant to shift consequences onto your shoulders. And if not stopped soon, it could lead to serious legal chaos that stains your future. Type A meant to get blessing March 1933. The bank involved thinks they're dealing with you. They've already started background verification, and something isn't adding up. One small mismatch has triggered suspicion, but not enough to stop the loan entirely. The fraudster is getting nervous. They've realized that any wrong move could link the whole thing directly to you. And instead of taking responsibility, they're preparing to vanish. But you are not unprotected. Heaven saw this betrayal before the ink dried. Your spiritual record remains untouched, because the divine knows you are innocent. A person in the financial institution has been divinely nudged. They're beginning to dig deeper into this application. And very soon, they will reach out, confused, unsure, but guided to speak to you. Type Amen to get blessing 807. The one who used your name is not a stranger, it's someone close enough to know your documents, your habits, your timing. They think because you've been quiet lately, you won't notice this shift. But you're beginning to feel it. Your sleep patterns have changed. Your intuition keeps pulling you toward something, but you haven't been able to name it. That's your spirit warning you in advance. Because what's happening behind closed doors could put you in trouble if left unaddressed. You are being prepared for a confrontation that will reveal more than just a loan. This situation will expose hidden hands. People who smiled at you while forging your name in silence. People who hope to drag your name into financial fire while walking away clean. Type Amen to get blessing February 1990. The energy around your mailbox and email has changed. Expect something to arrive, paperwork or a strange notification. It will have your name, but the numbers will look unfamiliar. Do not ignore it. That's your first real-world confirmation of what heaven has already whispered to your soul. Someone is pretending to be you. And that pretending is about to collapse. Archangel Michael says, your name is being written in systems where you never gave permission. And that is a direct violation of your divine protection. The moment this was attempted, the heavens released intervention on your behalf. You may feel sudden urges to check old documents, drawers, or phone numbers. Follow those instincts. They are being guided to show you what has been tampered with. Type Amen to get blessing 664. A man is involved in this deception. He either orchestrated the plan or convinced someone else to do it for him. He speaks with confidence, but his voice is beginning to crack under spiritual exposure. He thought the loan would process easily. He believed your name held enough credibility to pass every check, but what he didn't expect is that your name carries spiritual weight. It cannot be misused without consequence. There is a timestamp attached to the moment the fraud was submitted. That exact moment triggered a shift in your atmosphere. You may have felt lightheaded or uneasy without knowing why. That was no accident, it was your spirit reacting to a violation happening in your name. And now, you are being called to reclaim what is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 599. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Someone you once helped is involved. They felt entitled to your information because of past connection, but they crossed a line the moment they decided to forge your future. They've done this before, not just to you, there are other names they've used. But yours is the first that triggered divine interference. Because your path is sealed in heaven, and any detour caused by deception becomes a trigger for angelic justice. The records are now being cleansed behind the scenes. Still, you must act. Heaven is moving, but your awareness is the key to unlocking full reversal. This isn't just about stopping the loan, it's about exposing a pattern that was hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 738. You will hear from a lawyer soon. Their tone will be cautious, they've seen something unusual and want to verify details quietly. That conversation will feel strange. But it is your confirmation that someone tried to replace you on paper. They submitted fake proof, forged your details, and are now watching to see if they get caught. Don't confront anyone just yet, let divine order guide your timing. Because the exposure is going to be public, and it will clear your name completely. The person behind this is about to be shocked. They thought they could cover their tracks. But your spiritual protection is now rewriting their plan into their own downfall. Type Amen to get blessing 902. There is a bank employee who suspects something. They've been holding your application, reviewing it repeatedly. That delay is divine. It's giving heaven time to fully uncover the truth. Soon, you'll receive a call or letter requesting a meeting. Attend it. Bring your ID, and stay calm. Because what they tell you in that room will confirm every spiritual nudge you've felt. Archangel Michael says, your silence has been powerful. It has allowed divine justice to build silently, and now, the ones who forged your path will be forced to walk the one they built in deception. The same person who misused your name will now lose theirs. Not just in paperwork, but in reputation. Because they tried to steal favor, and now they face exposure. Type Amen to get blessing July 1977. Their web of lies is unraveling. Each person they involved is beginning to panic, realizing this is no longer a secret act. Because the loan isn't the only issue, your identity has been flagged in other files now. You may be notified that something else was opened in your name. It could be a credit card, a subscription, even a medical file. These are all connected, all part of a trail they thought was invisible. But the divine realm has eyes where no cameras exist. What was done in silence is being echoed loudly in the spirit. And now, heaven is preparing to restore everything they tried to hijack. You may experience delays with certain payments or services. These disruptions aren't punishment, they're warnings. Every earthly blockage is tied to the spiritual fraud happening under your name. Type Amen to get blessing 484. You will start hearing the same name from different mouths. Someone you barely know might mention a familiar story. That's the universe stitching the truth together for your awareness. The person pretending to be you will soon find themselves trapped. The system they manipulated is pushing back. And soon, their own name will be red flagged and investigated. There's a financial investigator who just started digging into this situation. They don't know you personally, but they've felt something about your file isn't right. This person is your earthly ally, chosen unknowingly by heaven to uncover the hidden truth. Expect them to reach out in an indirect way, first through a question, a form, a review. Respond truthfully and confidently. It will be the key to unlocking the full investigation. Type Amen to get blessing 258. You'll start to feel pressure release once the truth begins to surface. You may even wake up lighter, more energized, even before you receive the full answers. That's your spirit responding to the cleansing happening behind the veil. The one who forged your signature is about to face multiple consequences. Legal, social, and spiritual, because they didn't just tamper with a loan, they tampered with your divine name. Their plan included a backup strategy. They had someone else ready to blame if things went wrong. But that person is no longer willing to be a shield, they're backing out. This withdrawal will collapse everything, because without that false witness, the loan structure falls apart. And your name gets cleared faster than they ever imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 931. The divine is moving in cycles now. Each lie told about you is returning to the one who spoke it, and those who tried to walk away clean are now being questioned by people they never expected. You might be called into a conversation where someone acts confused. Don't be intimidated that confusion is real. They're realizing in real time that your identity was misused without your permission. Stay calm, your presence will carry authority, even if your voice shakes. You were never supposed to defend yourself. This defense was already activated from above. Archangel Michael says, this moment was prophesied in silence. The heavens waited for the right exposure point, and now that it's arrived, your name will be protected across all dimensions. Type Amen to get blessing 616. There is paperwork that must be revised. Look through your files. Somewhere, a detail was switched to make the fraud possible. This could be an old copy of your ID, a duplicate form, or a digital scan. Destroy the corrupted version once you identify it. This act will spiritually close the access point they use to infiltrate your identity. And the moment you do it, expect a breakthrough. An email, a phone call, or a text will arrive unexpectedly. It will mention the loan, or a related transaction. That is your divine cue. Your name is being restored in official records. Someone involved in this fraud will try to reach you. They'll use vague words, test your tone, and try to see if you know. Do not entertain the manipulation, stand firm. You are being protected. Type Amen to get blessing 844. You may be shown in a dream walking into a courtroom or holding a document. That vision is not symbolic, it is prophecy. What you're being shown is your spiritual authority to overturn what was done in darkness. Soon, you'll be asked to verify your identity in multiple places. This is heaven's way of locking in your restoration. Do it swiftly and truthfully, and everything tied to the fraud will reverse. One key location will reveal everything. It may be a specific bank branch, office, or website. You'll be led there, and what you find will break the case wide open. That moment will be unforgettable. Because everything they try to do against you will collapse within minutes. And the people who doubted your innocence will witness your full vindication. Type Amen to get blessing 522. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The spiritual weight of your name has shifted from vulnerable to victorious. From stolen to sealed. Those who thought they could play with your legacy are now being spiritually blocked. They're facing confusion, technical errors, and panic. Every move they try to make is now spiritually tangled, and as for you, doors that were once closed are now preparing to open. This event isn't just an attack, it's a divine detour meant to push you into higher protection. Your financial path is being rewritten by hands of fire. You'll be amazed at what happens next. Someone powerful, someone you've never met, will step in to defend you. They will speak your name in rooms that once forgot you. Type Amen to get blessing 190. If you feel drawn to certain documents or dates, follow that instinct. You are being shown divine breadcrumbs. Each one leads to a revelation tied to this lone fraud. Justice is not coming, it has arrived. And the people who thought you were an easy target are now under divine scrutiny. Their paperwork is falling apart. Their lies are being flagged. You will soon hold the proof in your hands. You'll see your name next to numbers that were never yours. And with that proof, you'll watch heaven flip the entire situation in your favor. Archangel Michael says, "You are not the victim. You are the witness of their downfall and the receiver of divine compensation. Prepare for the turnaround, it begins now." Type Amen to get blessing 1,001. The moment the fraud collapses, everything will shift in your favor. Systems that once flagged your name will begin to honor it again. And your credit, reputation, and spiritual integrity will be fully restored. You may suddenly be approved for something you had previously been denied. That's not coincidence, it's divine reversal. Your energy is no longer being blocked by someone else's deceitful shadow. You'll be called into a room or receive a message that begins with "We've reviewed your file again." Those words will be your confirmation. Behind the scenes, divine justice has been rewriting the narrative on your behalf. The person who forged your name will face unexpected legal summons. They thought they could run, but they've now been spiritually traced and marked for consequences. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their name will appear in records that were hidden. The fraud department will expose links between your stolen identity and other names they've targeted. This isn't just one event. It's part of a larger operation that they thought would never be caught. You'll be contacted again for a final statement. It might be formal, recorded, or even used in court. Speak only what you know. Let truth carry its own weight. Heaven is sending protection around your words. No one will be able to twist your testimony. Your voice is being wrapped in divine clarity and fire. Someone close to the person who did this will betray them. They will step forward with an email, screenshot, or voice note that proves your innocence. That witness is a divine plant, positioned exactly for this moment. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their money will begin to dry up, not because of karma, but because divine justice will no longer allow stolen favor to multiply. What they used to build with your name will now fall in their own. They will be confused at first. But soon, panic will overtake them. The moment they realize you were not just protected, but chosen, they'll regret every step. Their family will begin to question them. People they used to impress will now distance themselves. Because your name holds spiritual light, and that light exposes every shadow it touches. Your bank may upgrade your profile. Your name will be flagged not as suspicious, but as sacred. The energy on your record will change in ways the system cannot explain. Type Amen to get blessing 369. You'll begin to attract unexpected opportunities. An organization, employer, or business partner will offer you something substantial. They'll say, "Your name came up, and we felt led to reach out." That feeling was divine influence. Because your spiritual account is now open for blessings that were delayed. Everything that was frozen because of this fraud is being released in overflow. You'll hear about the fraudster being served papers. You may even receive a formal apology from the institution. Some of them will be shocked to find out the truth. They believed the lie, but now they're correcting their stance. Archangel Michael says, this is not just legal protection. This is divine elevation. You are being positioned higher than where you stood before the deception ever happened. Type Amen to get blessing 155. You'll meet someone new through this. Someone who understands your integrity. They may become a spiritual ally, mentor, or even a lifelong support in your next chapter. This storm wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to introduce you to people, to power, to positions, to the reality of how spiritually backed you truly are. The person who tried to trap you in legal chaos is losing control. They'll try to silence witnesses, remove documents, or change phones. But nothing will work. Their efforts are too late. Everything they did is backed up in divine memory. The spiritual record has been downloaded into earthly evidence, and the exposure will happen faster than they can prepare for. Type Amen to get blessing 520. You'll find your own strength increasing, not just emotionally, but spiritually. Your voice will begin to carry a weight it never had before. This is because you're walking in a new identity, a purified identity. The fire of deception tried to consume you, but instead, it forged a stronger version of you. Even your enemies will begin to speak well of you. Not because they've changed, but because they can no longer deny your divine favor. You will rise before the very eyes that tried to erase you. There will be a headline, a notice, or public file update with your cleared name. Save it. Frame it if you want. That paper is the physical proof of the spiritual victory. Type Amen to get blessing 613. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You'll also receive something unexpected from this journey, a financial reimbursement. It might not be massive, but it will carry a message: we are sorry. That message won't just come from the company. It will come from heaven itself. A divine apology for what was allowed, but also a heavenly assurance that it ends here. You will never be misused like this again. Because your spiritual armor has been upgraded. Your energy is now marked by angels who do not sleep. The fraudster will eventually confess, perhaps not directly to you, but to someone you know. They'll say your name with regret, because they'll realize too late, they messed with a chosen one. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The next 30 days are critical. Watch for signs, numbers, colors, and repeated patterns. They are all aligning to bring you to the full truth. You may even see the fraudster in public. If you do, don't engage. Just walk confidently. Because heaven has already judged the case. You've won, they'll be haunted by your peace. Every time they try to forget, your name will return to their thoughts. Not as a victim, but as the one they couldn't destroy. Archangel Michael says, you have passed the test. And because of that, your name is now recorded in a higher realm, a realm where blessings are no longer delayed, but delivered. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. If you wish to express your support further,